Hey guys, my name is Lenny, and I'm super tired. I'm about to go to bed, and I just wanted this done. I wanted to show you that I've prepared or fixed a bunch of stuff. The Craftbook is working now, so you can again craft all the recipes. Those indicators are working. Most of the stuff on the screen is aligned on the center of the page from the Craftbook, except for this one. That's just from the left, aligned to the left and cut up based on the average letter length or whatever, just some random number, I guess. So it's not really displaying properly. Maybe it is. I think this word will be too long for this page, so it might be displayed properly. It's pretty hard to align this one. I'm gonna keep it like that. I don't care right now. There's more stuff to be done, to be fixed. So you can craft stuff, you can place signs or building signs, you can build stuff, you can build all this stuff. I fixed some issues with drawing items onto the character sheet and in the inventory. The issue was that stuff that is based on material, like this X, was displayed as the default texture, which is the stone X. Even if the X was bronze X. So that's fixed now. What else? Craftbook, displaying items, building. Let me build a campfire. I have fixed the campfire animation and the whole campfire, so you can... Alright, I don't think that's working properly. Yeah, so the debug mode is kind of bugging out actually. Let's build the... Oh, that's not really good. So the debug mode is not really working properly. So you can build the campfire, you can fill it with branches, and you can light it. That will cause the fire to just start. So the animation for it is working. I have worked on the animation on the clay oven as well. Let's fill it, let's light it. So the animation starts, there's like a startup animation. Well, I was thinking about splitting the animation into two, the startup animation and the cycle or repeated animation. And then I decided just, well, screw it, I'm gonna do it like I used to. I got one animation, I go one cycle through it all, and then when I go through the next cycle, I skip frames. I just repeat only certain frames, so the animation looks like it's indefinite, or it's being repeated again. So that's how I've done that. I might actually show you the code, that will be easier. But there was an issue with saving. Unfortunately, I was referencing whole animations for my objects, which is a big no-no, as that's a mess up on my part. It would increase the save file size quite a lot, as you're actually saving graphical objects which you actually load from somewhere else, so that's really big no-no. So that's fixed. I'm no longer referencing whole animations, I'm referencing integers that reference those animations in a file, in a factory based file. Well, the factory pattern is used there, which creates those animations for me on demand, or just offers them to me on demand. Alright, saving is fixed, so I can now save the game, and then I can just load the game. And it turns out there's some kind of a problem as well. Yep. So there's a problem with the Campfire Animation, which is pretty easy to fix, because the issue is that when I load the game, the animation objects are not loaded properly. This should do the trick. Let's see. I might be able to load the game right now. Can I? Alright, so now it's working properly, I guess. Yeah, the campfire is still lit, so that's perfect. I did not expect to be fixing bugs while commenting. Alright, chest armor animation. Oh yeah, you might have noticed that I have fixed the chest armor. It is displayed properly on top of the character. I need to work on my mouse controls, because I'm trying to pick the object up with my left mouse, but it's not working, so I'm gonna need to get that, put that into the game. I think it's in the game, it's not working. Maybe not. Not sure. Never mind. So chest armor fixed. Clay oven animation fixed. You can actually bake bread now. If I wait long enough, like a minute, it's pretty short time right now. If I wait like a minute, the bread will turn like darker brown and I can eat it. Let's get to that a little bit later. And I have created all the distribution scripts or Maven configuration. That's pretty tricky, so I should really go through that and show you what I've done there. Let's eat the bread and get to the code. So let's start with the easy stuff. Let's grab the clay oven as an example, and I'm gonna show you the animation and how the frame skipping is done. I still keep the old get image method just to see the logic behind all the stuff that's been drawn, just in case I forgot something, but I think I got all the stuff nailed down pretty much. So here's the trick with the animation. Oh yeah, I actually have two animations. Alright, so I was lying totally. So in the init method, I create another animation based on the startup animation length. So I just skip a few frames and then create a new animation from the rest of the frames. And then I just check if the first animation is done, which is pretty simple to do, because thanks libgdx. And then I can just use the repeated animation and just keep going, however long I want to. It's actually 5 branches per 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes the oven will shut down or just stop burning. Alright. Chest armor, am I gonna show that? It's just another animation. It's pretty similar to the walking animation for my character. It's just drawn on top of that. The only thing I do differently is that I pass the character location and delta into it. So I'm drawing all the frames based on the same delta. I'm not sure if that actually matters. I think if I've just used this delta, I would be okay, because the difference between drawing the character and the armor on top of it is just minimal. But yeah, I think this is better approach, I think. So let's get to the fun stuff, the distribution goal. Yeah, it was pretty annoying to get this done. So first of all, I had an end script which built the project for me and put files together, kinda. So I had to extract that, and I'm running it under the Maven Enron plugin, and all it does, it grabs the jar file from the game, which is created in a different plugin. It grabs the jar file and puts it into a dist folder, which I first delete, then I create it again. And so you move the jar file there, then you move the run.bat file, the batch file in there, which just contains java jar, ends.jar, simple, just I guess easier way to run the file, because people know those files but not the jar files. And this enables you to add the pause line into it, so you actually have a console on the background if some of your friends is running it, and if the game crashes, he can print screen the console, so you know what issues were happening or problems were happening in the game. Then I create the Rest folder. Well, I just copy the Rest folder, including all the PNG and TTF files. PNGs are for the graphical part, TTF is for the writing, so that's font. Then sounds go into the SFX directory, and then I split my PSD files from that's just the source files for the graphics from Photoshop. That's not really part of the distribution, it's just for my girlfriend. That helped me with most of the graphics. So these are the files that she's working with when I create like a stupidly crazy rabbit and she wants to fix it. This is much easier than just fixing my PNG files, because there are all the layers and stuff, blah blah blah. Yeah, graphical part. Alright, this Maven assembly plugin, that's what I've been working with in the past, so I kinda knew how to work with that right now, but it wasn't as easy as I expected. So this thing grabs all the dependencies you got here and puts it together with your jar file, with your main jar file. This plugin has some issues with class names, so there are better plugins to use. I just didn't bother to look for them because I don't have any issues with it right now, but I know about them and I will probably introduce them later on, or if I encounter any problems I will just put them into the project right away. So this thing just creates the jar file, the meaty jar file, which is I think around 8 megabytes right now for me. That's pretty meaty for me, like a big fat jar file. I'm not used to this size. So, and then this just grabs the jar file and moves it into the distribution directory. So that's the fun with distribution. And you might have noticed, you couldn't actually notice, I'm no longer keeping my version in here. Oh, I can actually delete this. And I can probably delete this as well. But from now on, I'll be keeping the version in the POM XML file. That's the Maven properties file. The trick is that if you want to read this, you actually need to do a lot of magic around. I had to create a file called version.properties that has this inside of it, and then I specify here that I'm not actually sure what this, oh, there should be false. This should actually go into that file and replace this with the project version. I'm trying to figure out a way how to override it again and again when I just run the project, as I don't want to clean and build it. I think this should be working, I'm not sure. But then I can just read it from the properties file, and then I can use it as a title or wherever I want to. The thing is, there's even more magical part to it. This is the code that reads the properties file and extracts the version. But for the distribution, I still can read the the version number from somewhere else. I'm actually pasting the version number into the manifest file right here, so I can actually read it from there. But for the development version, I'm kinda out of luck, because I don't create the manifest file. That's only for the distribution. So when I'm running the project, like from NetBeans, I still have to use this really weird thing. It's surprising that you actually have to go through all this stuff just to read one single string from the properties file. But hey, it's working, so I finally get it done, and yeah, I'm still moving forward. So there's still a bunch of stuff that's not really working. I got like list of stuff that I need to go through and fix, so I'm gonna get back to that. I'm already 30 versions far, less than 30 versions far from the last like addition to the game, which was roads. So after roads I decided to go on with libgdx, and then all the like minor versions were just transition to libgdx, fixing stuff, getting things just to work, and it's been pretty rough. But yeah, I'll keep at it, I'll get things done, so I can actually keep adding more and more stuff to the game. But right now I need to get the game working, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job so far. Alright, this video is again super long. I didn't expect to talk for so long. I really need to go to the bed. I need to sleep. So see you guys next time.